Hey Magic the Gathering lovers, Matt here from Total MTG, and I've got a special video today. It's a last minute video, had to change from the original one that was going up today because I had a little knock on the door today, and lucky for me, Wizards of the Coast have sent me a Modern Horizons Booster Box. I am very excited to open this, and I want to say thank you to all the guys and girls there for sending me this product early and for giving me the chance to open it up on the channel for everyone. But without further ado, you don't want to see my ugly mug. What you've come in for is to see me crack open packs, so let's get on with the pack opening. So here we go everyone, time to crack open this Modern Horizons Booster Box, and let's hope I pull some cracking cards in here. For those of you who don't know, we are going to be adding 256 new cards to Modern. It's going to completely skip Standard. These cards are going to go straight into Modern. So what kind of cards do we want to pull? I certainly wouldn't mind pulling the new Urza, or maybe the first Sliver, Unbound, Flourishing, Wrenn and Six, the new Swords. There's lots of new great cards to pull from this set. Without further ado, let's get into the first packs. Let's get this open. As we open the box, this is a fancy new type of box. Look at that. Opens up into a lovely, if you can see that, maybe I can zoom out a tad. So we have our lovely Modern Horizons box here with lots of lovely nice packs. I'm going to put that to the side. So here we go. Pack number one. And there's 36 boosters in this as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So we start off with a Spinehorn Minotaur. Now I'm going to start going through the commons on this as well, and uncommons at the first few packs, because this is a new set obviously for us. Lancer Sliver is our first sliver of the box. Fist of Flame looks okay as well. Ephemerate. Now I'm going to butcher plenty of cards in this set, so I apologise now. Trumpeting Herd, I got that one right. Quick Foot, Changeling Outcast, Stream of Thought. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Bit of mill going on there. Headless Spectre, Phantom Ninja, can't be blocked. It's a 2/2. Let's build some ninjas. We've got Pillage as our first uncommon. Destroy target artifact or land. It can't be regenerated. I do love me some Ponza. Perhaps Pillage will be making into my deck. Cryptic Rats, Tempered Sliver, and we're going to go for our first rare. It is a Plane-Bound Accomplice. So you may put a Planeswalker card from your hand onto the battlefield. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Oh, I mean, that just seems absolute banter. How strong will this actually be? Well, you do get to trigger an ability on the Planeswalker, but you do have to sacrifice it at the next end step. A 1/3 rare human wizard. What do you think of this card? I'd like to know what you think are, the best rares and mythics from the set, and any other good cards that you'd like to, see. Snow-covered plains. Sweet. And we get, what is this then? So this is a card here, Magic. Sword of Sinew, Steel, Chris Rasson, 4754. And we get a nice token as well. That is I think it's a foil token. Yeah, that looks like a nice glittery foil token. So that was the first pack. Not too bad. It only took me 4 minutes into the video to get the first pack done. Hopefully it won't be too bad. But, I'm going to go through this set. I'm really excited about it. Martyr's Soul, Winter's Rest, Treefolk Umbra. Gets +0/+2, assigns combat damage to its toughness rather than its power. Totem Armor. Maybe something for Boggles, you never know. Magmatic Sinkhole, deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you can delve with this as well. Not too bad. Sink in the Hole. First Sphere Grandeur. Oh, I said that one. Prohibit. Counter target spell if it's covered in mana cost 2 or less. If that spell was kicked, counter target spell if it covers in 4 or less. Not too bad, so it's going to cost 4 though. Nimble Mongoose. Oh, I remember. This is one of my first cards that I ever bought. I don't know why. I loved the Mongoose when I first started getting into Magic. It's got Shroud. It's a 1/1. Has Threshold as well. We've got Threshold back. Glutinous Slug. Wall of Blossoms. Sling Gang Lieutenant is our next uncommon. We've got a Winged Shard, but let's get to the rare. And it's Bizarre Trade Mage. Now, that's a blue card, so you know me, I'm always favourable towards the blue cards. Let's have a look at what it does. It's a 3/4 flyer for 3, which is good. Good stats for a 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 3 cards, though. So you get to draw 2, but, late game, you might be able to draw and then just discard lands that you don't want. We get a lovely snow-covered swamp, and then we get a nice bit of art there, and we get a soldier token. That isn't foil. Let's get on to the next pack. 36 packs to go through. So which cards are you most excited about from this set? Which cards do you want to pull? I'd love to know which ones, you know, are your favourite cards. Goat Nap. What a name. Look at the art on that. Goat Nap. Reign of Revelation. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card costing 4. We got Rhyme Tender. Veteran Rocks. Spell Snuff. Counter target spell. If you have 5 or less life, you get to draw a card though. So it's like, you know, a bit better than cancel there. Drawing a card if you've got 5 or less life. And when you're playing control, sometimes, you know, more than often you do have that less life. Lovely art on the witch there. I really do like that one. That's pretty cool. Moonblade Shinobi. Shinobi, another ninja. Ninjutsu. So we're going to get 2 art uncommons now. We've got an Abominable Tree Folk. Has trample, power and toughness equal to the number of snow permanents you control. Now we've got Snowlands back in. It's going to make those Snowlands a lot cheaper now than they used to be. We've got Shatter Assumptions there. Choose one, reveal their hand, discard all colourless non-land cards. So definitely seems a bit situational, that one. Another sliver, a red sliver. And we have Kess, Descendant Mage. I like Kess. During each of your turns, you may cast an instant sorcery card from your graveyard. If a card cast this way will be put into your graveyard, you get to exile it instead. So this is obviously a great commander, is Kess. I think he was in one of the pre-con decks as well. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, we got the best snow-covered land in the world. It's a snow-covered island. And one. Oh, we got a foil soldier token. And another one of these cards that can someone tell me in the chat what they're all about. Because this box was a bit of a surprise. And I didn't get to research as much as I would have liked. But you know me, I'm a crack-packing whore. I love cracking packs. So this is what I was going to do with this. It said about in the writer, it said maybe you could draft it. But I was like, I haven't got friends to draft it now. I want to crack open these packs. Elvish Fury, Spinehorn Minotaur, Soul Strike Technique, Cave of Temptation, Umizawa's Charm. Yeah, I got it right then. Choose one. Target creature gets +2/2 to end a turn. Other creature gets target creature gets -1/1 to end or gain 2 life. 2 mana instant speed. Not bad. Gives you, you know, a bit of choice. Fairy Seer. Iceberg Cancrix. Wow, I'm butchering names. I'm just too excited. Right. I'm just too excited for these. So let's get, sorry, that was the first uncommon. Now let's bring that one back. Vesper Lark. 2/1. When it leaves the battlefield, return target creature with power 1 or less from your graveyard to the battle. Also has Evoke as well. That seems quite a nice card. Throat Seeker, another ninja. Unblocked attacking ninja you control have lifelink. Okay. Definitely build a ninja deck of this if you were drafting this. Ninja seems a very good viable way. Webweaver Changeling as well. And we get Scrapyard Recombiner. So 0/0, modular 2. For those of you who don't know, modular enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters. When it dies, you may put the 1/1 counters on another artifact creature. You can sack an artifact and search your library for a construct card. Seems pretty nice. And then we have a snow-covered mountain. Another one of the arts. And the elemental is not foil, though. Unfortunately, it's not foil. So, next pack. Where's my Urza? Where's my Renin 6? I want to pull a Renin 6. I'd love to pull one of them. So we go. Pondering Mage is our first card here. Igneous Elemental. Spore Frog. Trustworthy Scout. Knight of Old Benalia. Excavating Anurid. Return from Extinction again. Nature's Chant. Destroy target artifact enchantment. Another Spell Snuff. Ninja of the New Moon. Ninjutsu. 6/3 for 5. Get to uncommons. We've got an Undead Ogre there. Double black. When Undead Ogre or another zombie you control dies, draw a card, lose a life. That card seems pretty sweet in some kind of zombie brew. Ravenous Giant. And we have Collected Conjuring. Exile the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast up to 2 sorcery cards with covered mana cost 3 or less without paying a mana cost. Put the exiled cards, not cast this way, at the bottom of your library in a random order. We get a snow-covered island. And we get, oh, that's a lovely foil goblin there. The art on that is really cool. What do you think of the art on this set? I think the art looks pretty nice from this set, to be honest. Right, here we go. Next one, we get another sliver. Cleaving Sliver. Lava Dart deals 1 damage to any target, and it has flashback for sacking a mountain. Crozen Tusker, Rank Officer, Volatile Claws, Segovian Angel, Smoke Shroud, War-type Witch, Astrolabe, and our first uncommon is the Cultivator 2/2. When it ends the battle, discard any number of land cards, then put that many 1/1 counters in it and draw that many cards. That seems a really good card. Maybe going to, and talk about EDH bounds and stuff like that. Ruinish, a Rioter. Throes of Chaos have the Cascade card. This, people have been writing about this one. They do like this. And we get a Goblin Engineer. 1/2 for 2. Ends the battle. Search your library for an artifact card. Put it into your graveyard. Shuffle your library. You can sack an artifact. Return an artifact. Cover them as 3 from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this seems... I'm trying to think of the red artifact planeswalker that's allowed to play in Commander as one of your commanders. Someone will put it in the comments. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Soldier Token, another one of them. It was in a pre-con deck. Oh, that's going to bug me. I'm going to have to find out afterwards. I think it begins with D. So we got a Behemoth, Cohort, Thornado. What a lovely name for a card that is. Thornado. Love that. Fists of Flame, Fountain of Chiller Pillar, Smoke Shaper, String of Disappearances. Return target creature to his owner's hand, then creature controller may pay 2. If play does, they may copy the spell. It's not too bad. Goblin Oriflame. So we might have a little foil behind this. Not too sure. So Birthing Boss, Goblin Oriflame. Attacking creature you control get +1/+0. Nice enchantment. Talisman of Resilience. And we get Araya of Flame. So it ends the battlefield. Each opponent gains 10 life. When you've cast an instant sorcery spell, put a verse counter in it, then this deals damage equal to the number of verse counters on its target player or planeswalker. So you've got to give everyone 10 life. I suppose if you made this in some kind of people can't gain life deck in EDH, that would seem pretty fun. Snow-covered plains, and our first foil card, other than the tokens, is a Sinkhole, Magmatic Sinkhole. And then we get Goblin tokens and another one of those cards. So I hope you don't mind me going through some of the commons and uncommons as well, because obviously this is a new set. I know some people like to go straight to the rares, but maybe if I did a second one of these, maybe we would do it. Dragonheart, Putrid Goblins got Persist, Fairy Seer, ends the battle, Scry 2. That is a good effect for a 1-drop. Automation, another Spectre. So we get our first Baron Moor. Cycling Land, very nice. Squirrel Nest, I love Squirrel Nest. Ends the battlefield. Where you can enchant the land, create a 1/1 green squirrel. Let's make Squirrel Tribal. First live is chosen. And we get Force of Despair. If it's not your turn, you may exile a black card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Destroy all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Force of Despair. Not too bad a card. What do you think of that one? Snow-covered plains, an illusion, and that. So let's get on. So I've not pulled any of the, I don't think I've pulled any of the top expensive cards yet at the moment. The Urza, the Sliver, the Unbound Flourishing. You got Ren of 6, and of course you got the swords as well that are worth a little bit of money. Mob, Trumpeting Herd. But to be honest, I'm not going to complain. This is a free box from Watsy. Thank you very much. I don't really care what I pull. I love cracking packs. Thundering Djinn, 3/4. Does cost 5 though. Attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Not too bad. Everdream, draw a card, splice onto an instant sorcery for 3. That seems a very decent card. Carrion Feeder. And we get Deep Forest Hermit. So 1/1 for 5 has Vanishing 3. When it enters the battlefield, create 4 1/1 green squirrel. Squirrels get +1/1. We're making a squirrel deck. Snow-covered island. Lovely jubbly. Let's get on to another pack. Working through these packs. You have to speed up a little bit, otherwise Mana War. I love Mana War. Goblin War Party. Winding Way. Mindrake. Diabolic Edict. Absolutely epic common there. Choking Tethers. Gilded Light. We've got a Curiosity. One with a funny name. We've got a worm, and we've got Reap the Past as our rare, X red and a green. Return X cards at random from your graveyard to your hand, Exile Reap the Past. Okay, not too bad, bit of graveyard shenanigans, and we got a snow-covered plain. So obviously you get snow-covered lands in every single pack, which is very nice. You know, not going to complain about that. Lovely full arts lands. On to the next pack. Just get in focus. There we go. Slivers. So you could definitely, you know, if you're drafting this, you could make ninja deck. You could make a sliver deck potentially. You could make squirrel decks as well. There's definitely a few tribal decks that you can make if you're going to be drafting this. Vengeful Deviled, Rebuild, Exclude, and Force of Virtue. If it's not your turn, you may exile white card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. You get to flash it in and give all your creatures +1/1. Nice pump enchantment there. Very, very nice. Should have put all the rares out in front there, but I will start doing that. Let's get on to the next pack. So how many of you are going to be buying this set? I mean, to me, it does look like there's a lot of Commander cards in this set. Some people have been complaining about it, but, you know, we're getting a lot of new cards for Modern, which, you know, seems very fun to me. Etchings of Chosen, Urza's Rage, a Hierarchy, and Wicket! Urza, Lord High Artificer. The most expensive card in the set at the moment. The Urza, Lord High Artificer, enters the battlefield, creates a 0/0 colourless construct artifact token. This creature gets +1/1 for each artifact you control. Tap an untapped artifact you control, add a blue, 5, shuffle your library, then enter the top card until end of turn. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. This card is brilliant. Definitely happy about putting one of the best cards in the set. And it's blue. You can sit right there. Oh, that is a lovely, lovely card. And that was an epic pull. Put it over there. Don't want the camera just focusing on that. You won't get to see when you open the packs. Can't trust these lenses. So here we go. It's Druid, Lava Dart. Yes, I'm so happy I pulled that card. So now if I can just pull one of those lovely Planeswalkers, Scuttling Sliver, Firebolt, and we've got Giver of Ruins. So Mother of Ruins, Giver of Ruins. Another target creature you control gains protection from colours or a colour of your choice till end of turn. Great creature, definitely going to see some play. Protection spell in a creature, absolutely love it. And that's, you know, that is 2 good packs on the trot, without a doubt. Still plenty of packs to go. Here we go. Whenever I aim to do these videos, I'm like, right, just get to the rares. Try not to make it too long. But it's a new set, it's early. We're going to be wanting to see these cards, and we've got a rare Sliver, Spiteful Sliver. Creatures you control, Sliver creatures you control have, whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or Planeswalker. That seems a pretty strong Sliver to me. And we've got a foil Umbra. So let's hope that gets played in Boggles and might be worth a little bit of dollar. Just a little bit of dollar. Next pack. Oh, there's an emblem. There's an emblem. It's an emblem for Sarah. So we got a Hellraiser, Windling Way, a Defile. Target creature gets -1/1 till end of turn for each swamp you control. 1 mana. Nice. Goblin Champion, Recruit the Worthy, Smoke Shroud, Shenanigans. So we get to uncommons. We've got Alpine Guide, Generous Gift, destroy target permanent, then they get an elephant. Not too bad, 3 mana. Splicer's Skill, and we get Pashalik Mons. So this legendary creature, Mons or another goblin you control dies. Mons deals 1 damage to any target you can pay for. Sack a goblin, create 2 red goblin tokens. I mean, that seems pretty sweet for a goblin deck. Without a doubt, a snow-covered swamp is behind it. So, on to the next pack. Here we go. Next pack. Anyway, Frostwaller, Defile, Avon. So get to the uncommons. We have Watcher for Tomorrow, King of the Pride, Twisted Reflection, and we get Sisse, Weatherlight Captain. So another one that will be able to go into our commander. have a nice little command there. And you can play all colours because it's got that colour definition in there as well. I think, you know, people might want to build around this. It gets +1/+1 for each colour among other legendary permanents you control. And it only costs 3, which is pretty sweet as well. A snow-covered island. What do you think? Are you going to be building around that for Commander? It gives you open to all the colours, which is, you know, always nice. So this is, I think it's pack 17. Because I've got one more on the left side there. Gargantua Tethers. We've got a Gambit there. We've got a Secluded Step. We've got a Munitions Expert. Drexgate Sliver. And we've got Tectonic Reformation. Each land card in your hand has cycling. That is pretty cool. That is a good way for when you got, you know, at the end of the game, you got lands in goal, you could just cycle them away. I think that Tectonic Reformation is a very, very sweet card. And we get a foil. Nether Spirit is one of our foil rares. Nether Spirit, at the beginning of your upkeep, if Nether Spirit is any creature card in your graveyard, you may return Nether Spirit to the battlefield. Very nice. Very nice indeed. My friend Scott was talking about how he used to play with that card, I'm sure, when I was watching his stream the other day. Let's get in to the next power. We start off with a Benalia. We got Ransack the Lab, Scour all possibilities, Unearth. So let's get on. Dismantling Blow, Lava Belly Sliver. What a name that is. Battle Screech, and we've got Astral Drift 2 and a white. Whenever you cycle the Drift or cycle another card while Astral Drift is on the battlefield, you may exile target creature. If you do, return the card to battle under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you can bounce stuff and maybe you got into the battlefield effects. That would be pretty sweet. So we're on to the second side. 18 packs to go. We've pulled the best card in the set. Can we pull some more? Right, Elvish Fury, Stream of Thought, another Diabolic Edict. Let's get to the uncommons. We've got another Cultivator. I do like that card. Gleaner, Hierarchy, and Winds of Abandon. Exile target creature you don't control. For each card exile this way, it's control stage low for a basic land. Those players put those cards on the battlefield tapped, and it's got Overload as well. So, yeah. Cost 2. Sorcery speed, though. Let's get on to our next pack. We have a Technique, Pondering Mage, Spore Frog, another Nimble Mongoose. I love that Nimble Mongoose. Saddled Rhyme Stag. First Slivers chosen. Are we going to get a Sliver rare? Hollowhead Sliver, followed by another Astral Drift. Well, maybe we want to put this up into the commander. We got 2 of them now. So we can have 1 in each deck. Where are these lovely new lands? I want these lovely lands that we got in there. These new rare lands. Crows and Tracker. We're getting a lot of shenanigans, that's for sure. Stream of Thought. So we get to our uncommons. We have a Creativity. We have a Rebuild. Return all artifacts to their owner's hands. Instant speed, 3 mana and cycling 2. Another Squirrel's Nest for our Squirrel Tribal deck. And we have Force of Rage. So if it's not your turn, you may exile a red card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. So that is obviously a theme of some of the cards for each colour in this set. Create 2 3/1 elemental creature tokens with trample and haste. And you have to sack those creatures at the end. And we get a foil Rhino. Foil Rhino. Would have been nice to get another great Rhino. I remember those Siege Rhino days. They were brilliant. Would have liked another. Let's make Rhino tribal. Come on. Weather the Storm, another Gargantua, Gambit, Baron Moor. We've got Wing Shards, Throws, and we've got Ranger of Captain of Eos. This is a very, very nice card. 3/3. When it ends the battle, you may search your life for a creature card with covering cost 1 or less. Reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library. Sacrifice Ranger. Your opponents can't cost non-creature spells. This card looks pretty goddamn sweet. The Ranger. What do you think of the Ranger? With a lot of these rares, I'd love to know what you think, what decks you think some of these rares will be going into. I'd love to know your opinion on that. Or you modern aficionados, let me know. Scour all possibilities. What we got? A Unicorn. Dismounting Blow. We got Frostwalk Bastion. And we've got Force of Vigor. Well, Vigor is my favourite, my favourite commander card. And it's not blue, I know. If it's not your turn, you may exile a green card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. Destroy up to 2 artifacts and or enchantments. Force of Vigor will be played in Commander. And we got a Foil Watcher for tomorrow. Not too bad. Getting through these packs a lot quicker now. Come on. Like I said at the start of the video, I go through a lot of the commons and uncommons at the start. And then gradually build up the pace to opening the packs. Scale up. Oh, Scale Up. A lot of people have been talking about Scale Up, just saying it's one of the best uncommons. Scale Up is there. Ravenous Giant. I think it's our first one as well. King of the Pride. And Cable Therapist. 1/1 with Menace for 1. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may sack a creature. When you do, choose a non-land card name. Then that target player reveals a hand and discards all cards of that name. Cabal, eh? I remember a nice little Cabal that I used to play in Legacy. Wow, this pack seems really thick. This pack seems very thick. Don't know why it seemed different to the others, but it certainly did. Mana War, Goblin War Party, The Soul, Winding Way, another Spell Snuff, Ransack the Lab, Mind Rake, Pillar, Changeling is our first uncommon. Then we get a Golem, Feaster of Fools, and we get Plague Engineer. 2/2 Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type of your opponents, they get -1/1. Pretty nice. Snow-covered land, a Foil Angel, a nice bit of artwork card there, but no reason for it to feel a lot thicker than the other. It just felt a lot thicker. Don't know why. Probably just imagining it. So, on to the next pack. Well, when you're doing 36 packs of Modern, it seems different when you're doing the Master sets. They seem to be over so quickly. Etchings of the Chosen, Face of Divinity, a Firebolt, and we get Mirrodin Besieged. Enter battlefield, choose Mirren or Phyrexian. Mirren, whenever you choose and cast an artifact spell, create a Mir artifact creature token. That's not too bad. If you choose Phyrexian, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card, then discard the card. Then you have 15 or more artifact cards in your hand. Target opponent loses the game. Wow. Get those artifact cards in your graveyard. Make your opponent lose the game. And that's going to be a definite banter deck. I'm sure someone's going to definitely try and do that and break that card if they can. 3 mana enchantment. I mean, costed well. Definitely would be a fun sort of deck though. Goblin War Party, Pure Goblin, Ninja, Charm. Right. So we've got Alpine Guide, Generous Gift, Twisted Reflection, and On Thin Ice. Enchant Snowland you control. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until On Thin Ice leaves the battlefield. Remember, a red card like that used to do the same sort of thing. Oh, and a foil. Look at the gleam on that. Foil snow-covered plains. Now, the only way that could be better if it was an island. But I'm not going to, beggars can't be choosers. That is still a very, very beautiful card. And a lovely, lovely foil. Let's hope the bend isn't too bad on these cards. My War of the Spark cards, even the non-foils, the bend was hideous on them. So I really hope these cards are going to be a lot better. Probably the same, but hey, what can you do? We still buy them. Thundering Djinn, Ingenious Infiltrator, Forgotten Cave. Oh, we get our land at last. Sunbaked Canyon. Pay 1 life, add a red or a white, and you can sack it to draw a card. At last, I've drawn one of the nice lands. And Foil Spider there. Snow-covered mountain. Well, we got one of the lands. Not too short on the value on this. I mean, I haven't seen... I know the lands are worth a little bit more, and obviously we pulled the best card, the most... I'm not saying it's the best, but the most expensive card in the set. I'm not sure where we would go on value. I had a look what this would have cost on an English site. That's obviously I'm in the UK, and the box was about £180. Fact or Fiction, Seasoned Pyromancer. Well, I didn't think we pulled many mythics. I think that may be our second. Enter battlefield, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards for each non-land card. Discard this way, create a 1/1 red elemental token. And you can exile it and create 2 ribbon tokens. That's a pretty sweet card for 3 mana as well. So on to the next pack now. Here we start off with Wall of 1000 Cuts, Hellraiser, Defile Champion, Angel, Smoke Shaper. We got an Avon, a Strix. Then we've got Pack, Phage, and we've got Crashing Footfalls. So this has Suspend. Suspend 4 for paying 1 green. Create 2 tokens. Nice big Rhino Trampoline tokens. And they're 4/4s. Not too bad. And we get another foil, but it's not a foil rare though, unfortunately. It's Talisman of Resilience. Resilience? Just making words up. What am I doing? Right, down to the final packs. I wouldn't mind another land. I would definitely love a Wrenn and 6 before we go. Come on. Wrenn and 6. Wrenn and 6. Wrenn and 6. Cunning Evasion. And we get Holgark, Arisen Necropolis. 8/8. You can't spend mana to cast this spell. Convoke Delve. You may cast it from the graveyard. Has Trample. Costs 7, but you can't use mana. Absolutely banter card. And we get another foil rare. It's a Bizarre Trade Mage. Flying Trade Mage ends battle. Draw 2 cards and discard 3. Very nice. Double rare pack. That's what we like to see. So we're down to the final 5 packs. Here we go. Final 5. There is a Sarah. I think that's our second Sarah. Definitely our second Sarah emblem there. Defile, Char Shroud, Mongoose, Edict, Ninja. So we got an Expert, a Masticore, a Guardian, and a Force of Negation. Not Force of Will, Force of Negation. If it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay its spells. Mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. If its spell is countered this well, exile it instead. Wow, I'll definitely be playing this. I'm so happy I pulled 1 Force, and of course it had a snow-covered island behind it. That is a very nice pull. Not sure how much it's worth. It's worth a bit of money. I mean, most of the cards at the moment, when the set's new, are going to be worth more than what they should be. Some will go up, some will go down, as they always do. Tribute Mage, and we get Marit's Lage Slumber. Has a lot of text in there. Slumber, another snow permanent into battle. You get a Scry 1, so that's pretty strong. And it's only cost 2 mana as well for this legendary snow enchantment. Beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more snow permanents, sacrifice it. If you do, create a legendary 20/20 indestructible flying token. Yep, that seems banter. And a foil snow-covered swamp. Wow. That was a sweet, sweet pack. Last 3 packs to go of these Modern Horizon packs. Last 3. It's got me the urge for building modern decks again. It's got the urge for cracking packs, which is bad because that obviously is not good. Scuttling Silver. Another Sliver. Another Sliver. Oh, and we get Sarah the Benevolent. I thought we were going to go in there with the big first sliver there. Sliver, sliver, sliver. But we went into a Planeswalker, which is pretty sweet. 4 loyalty, mythic card. Creatures you control with flying get +1/1 to end of turn. -3 is create a nice big angel. The -6, you get an emblem. If you control a creature, damage that would be reduced your life to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Not too bad. So we got a nice Planeswalker there with the final, down to the final 2 packs of this pack opening. And then as you can see, I've got cards everywhere. I've got a lot of card sorting to do. Luckily, I absolutely love card sorting. Who doesn't love sorting cards, eh? Mana War. Can't believe anyone that plays Magic doesn't love sorting cards. We've got a Matron. We've got a Helix. A Lonely Sandbar. And we get an Ice Fang Coddle. It's a snake. Flash flying. 1/1. Ends the battle. You get to draw a card. Has Death Touch as long as you control at least 3 other snow permanents. Lovely little art on that as well. Snow-covered swamp. Right. Final pack. Upside down even. Final pack of Modern Horizons. Let me just say at the end of this video, thanks again, Watsy. I'm absolutely blessed that you've sent me these. And it's very much appreciative. So we get a Spider. We get a Sliver. Shelter. Another Sliver. Yeah, we lead into that big Sliver. We've got an Axe. We've got a Rake. Possibilities. Gambit. So we're going to the uncommons. It's a Zalfarin Decoy. The Grave Shifter. Soul Herder. And the final rare is Altar of Dementia. No big bad Ren. 6 for me or Sliver. But we got an Altar of Dementia. Sacrifice a creature. Target player puts a number of cards equal to sacrifice creature power from the top of their card into their graveyard. Mill time for the Dementia. Snow-covered forest behind. Whew, that is 36 packs of Modern Horizons. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love this as a card. I'm so glad I pulled this one. Really, really happy with it. And we pulled a lot of other great cards as well. We got the Planeswalker as well. Didn't get Ren 6 or the first level, which I would have liked pulling, but I'm not going to complain. It's a free bloody booster box. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about nothing. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. I really do. We're on the way to 6,000 subs, and then I'll do another giveaway. Who knows what I can give away? 6,000 subs. That's a nice big landmark there. Thanks again to Watsy. If you can all give this video a big thumbs up and share the video out, I would really appreciate the love there. Just shows Watsy, you know, that I've got the best community in the world. Thanks a lot for watching the video. You lot take care, and I hope you pull bombs in your Modern Horizon booster boxes, and I'll see you on the next video.